Namaste. Good afternoon all. Myself Dr. Remya Nath from University of Hyderabad, India. The topic of my presentation is a critical analysis on DOSHIC PRAKRITI through AYURVEDA. These are the contents of my topic. Introduction, PRAKRITI, P4 medicine, dynamic treatment regime, AYURGENOMICS, further scope. Introduction. The debate around health, well-being and their measurement is becoming increasingly popular worldwide. Recently, the role of individual subjective evaluations and psychological features in health and disease management attracted the interest of researchers and practitioners. Ayurveda, an age-old holistic medicine of Indian traditional system, dates back 5,000 years. The theory of Tridosha forms the foundation of Ayurveda. The physiology of the human body in Ayurveda is explained in terms of Tridosha, that is, Vata, Pitta and Kapha. These three humors or entities are the causes of production, preservation and destructions of the body respectively. Next, attribute of dosha. The three doshas, Vata, Pitta and Kapha, perform all physiological functions in the body when they are in equilibrium. If the equilibrium is disturbed, the physiological functions of the body is altered and lead to the initiation of disease process. Attribute of each dosha is explained in the following table. Then next about the Prakriti. What is Prakriti? Every human being is different from the others in many respects. These differences are stated to be natural to human beings and these natural differences are stated to be termed as Prakriti. Chakrapani, the commentator of Charaka Samhita, an authentic text of Ayurveda, interprets Prakriti as Swabhava, which has different connotations, inherent property, temperament, constitution, etc. Prakriti is produced and determined by the dominant dosha at the time of union of ovum and sperm. The Prakriti is formed based on the permutation and combination of somatic humors or dosha at the time of fertilization of ovum are classified into 7. Vadaja Prakriti, Pittaja Prakriti, Kabaja Prakriti, Vada Kabaja Prakriti, Vada Pittaja Prakriti, Pitta Kabaja Prakriti and Samadoshaja Prakriti. The Prakriti of an individual is determined by the dominance of 1, 2 or 3 doshas expressed in that individual. Though it is determined genetically, several factors like environment, maternal, diet during pregnancy, etc. influence its manifestation. From this table, we can see the important distinguishing features of each Prakriti. Next, the importance of assessment of dosha Prakriti in healthy state and unhealthy state. So, the significance of assessment of dosha Prakriti in healthy state is on promotion or maintenance of health, to assess susceptibility to disease or predictive medicine, and to assess Agni status. Agni status means digestive status of a person. Next, significance of assessment of dosha Prakriti in unhealthy state in treatment, prognosis of disease, and diagnosis of disease. How to assess Prakriti? Nowadays, standardized and validated scales to assess Prakriti are available. CDAC, CCRIS, and IGIB are some of the organizations which made scales and standardized. These scales are available for us to assess our Prakriti. Where we are moving. P4 medicine, also known as predictive, preventive, personalized, and participatory medicine, is an approach to healthcare that integrates advancements in genomics, molecular biology, data science, and technology to improve medical care. The goal of P4 medicine is to transform healthcare into a more proactive, personalized, and effective system, ultimately leading to better health outcome and improved quality of life for individuals. It represents a promising approach to address the complexities of modern healthcare and move towards more individualized and preventive care strategies. Dynamic treatment regime is a treatment regime. Nowadays, it is very popular in modern medicine. It involves tailoring the course of medical intervention based on an individual's changing characteristics and response to previous treatments over time. In simpler terms, a DTR is a set of guidelines or decision rules that help healthcare providers determine the most appropriate treatment for a patient at different points in their life. It takes into account the patient's evolving health status, responses to previous treatments, and other relevant factors to make informed and personalized treatment decisions. DTR often involve the use of data-driven method, predictive modeling, and statistical analysis to guide treatment decisions. By continuously assessing the patient's condition and adjusting treatments accordingly, DTR aims to optimize the overall treatment strategy and improve patient well-being. In this aspect, Ayurveda has its relevance as it is the ancient Indian system of medicine. The concept of a dynamic treatment regime aligns well with certain principles of Ayurveda. Ayurveda emphasizes personalized and holistic approach to healthcare that take into account an individual's approaches to healthcare that take into account an individual's unique constitution, lifestyle, and dynamic interaction between body, mind, and environment. Ayurgenomics. In view of all the directions described above, the development of ayurgenomics has great significance in personalized medicine. In ayurgenomics, an attempt is made to describe Prakriti types in terms of modern genetics and physiology. Ayurgenomics offers a new bridge between traditional medicine and modern medicine by providing a rigorous scientific understanding of basic concepts and at the same time incorporating the practical preventive approaches of Ayurveda into modern medicine. Ayurgenomics, some studies. Patwardhan et al. In 2005 correlated Prakriti with specific genetic and physiological measures. They evaluated 76 subjects, both for their Prakriti and human leukocyte antigen DRB1 types. They observed a correlation between HLA type and Prakriti type with a complete absence of HLA DRB102 allele in the Vadaja Prakriti and HLA DRB113 in the Kabaja Prakriti. HLA DRB110 had higher allele frequency in the Kabaja type compared to Pittaja and Vadaja Prakriti. In 2008, Prashar et al. Studied the relationship between biochemical and genome-wide expression level in subjects from the three main Prakriti groups. There were many distinct differences in the regulation of genes in each of the main Prakriti types. They also observed certain physiological differences such as Kabaja type or Kabaja Prakriti having higher level of triglycerides, total cholesterol, high low-density lipoprotein, low high-density lipoprotein compared to Pittaja and Vadaja type. In Pittaja Prakriti, they found hemoglobin and RBC count higher, whereas serum prolactin was higher in Vadaja Prakriti. Hodge et al. In 2011 found that there was a downregulation of CYP2C19 genotypes in Kabaja Prakriti and an upregulation in Pittaja Prakriti. Rotti et al. In 2014 studied association between immune cell type and Prakriti. They found that CD25 and CD56, CD25 is activated B cells and CD56 is natural killer cells. They were higher in Kabaja Prakriti. Rotti et al. In 2015 identified DNA methylation signatures that distinguish the three major Prakriti types. The author suggested that DNA methylation is probably coupled to chromatin regulation as a contributor to different Prakriti phenotypes. Their research provides insight into the epigenetic mechanisms of Ayurvedic personalized system of medicine. Agarwal et al. In 2015 found that the combination of derived EGLN allele and ancestral VWF allele was significantly high in the Kabaja Prakriti group compared to the Pittaja Prakriti. They also established a genetic link between EGLN1 and VWF, which could modify thrombosis and outcomes of hypoxia. In fact, genotypic interactions between VWF was analyzed and using multinomial logistic regression. Spearman rank correlation was used to study this genotypic interaction with respect to altitude in HGDP CEPH panel. Prasher et al. In 2015 observed the biochemical and molecular correlates of Prakriti and show how these differ significantly in processes that are linked to intermediate path phenotypes known to take a different course in diseases. They also observed a significant enrichment of the highly connected hub genes, which could explain differences in Prakriti, focusing on EGLN1, a key oxygen sensor that differs between Prakriti type and is linked to high altitude adaptation. They demonstrated that how EGLN1 could qualify as a molecular equivalent of tridosha that can modulate different phenotypic outcomes where hypoxia is a cause or a consequence both during health and disease states. Huang et al. In 2023 reiterated that Ayurgenomics help us to understand the principles of Ayurveda using the most recent contemporary methods, paving the door for evidence-based Ayurveda and therefore a greater worldwide recognition. Ayurgenomics creates a newfangled link between modern and traditional medicine by offering a scientific grasp of fundamental ideas while also infusing Ayurveda's practical prophylactic techniques into modern care. For this purpose, they emphasize the use of modern statistical technique in studying the connection between phenotype and genotype. Madan and Goyal in 2020 and Rajshekhar et al. In 2022 used machine learning methods to predict the balancing of Ayurvedic constituents in the human body. In particular, they used machine learning methods like support vector machine, neighbors, decision tree, k-nearest neighbor, and artificial neural network and AdaBoost algorithm for various performance characteristics to predict human body constituencies. Hadwa et al. In 2023 used dense neural network deep learning algorithm for predicting Prakriti classes of individuals. These recent work pave way towards the extensive use of machine learning techniques in Ayurgenomics. As pointed out, the development of Ayurgenomics helps in giving credibility to Ayurveda and other systems of traditional medicine by describing their ancient concept in terms of modern science. New approaches in Ayurgenomics, which use big data analysis and machine learning, may greatly facilitate this whole process. That is, modern technologies adopted from data science and machine learning will help to make traditional knowledge-based medical approaches evidence-based by unveiling previously invisible information about their efficacy, interaction, and effect. These are the references. Thank you for listening. My sincere gratitude to World Health Congress 2023 for giving a chance for presenting my work. Thank you.
And for the World Health Congress 2023, let me thank you, Dr. Nath, for your presentation. It was our pleasure to welcome you here. And if you have a little time left, let me have a look in the questions, and we've got one for you. How did you get to Ayurveda? What was your path to Ayurveda medicines?
I am an Ayurveda doctor by profession. I am a postgraduate in Ayurveda. Recently joined PhD in University of Hyderabad.
Mm-hmm. I've got another question that appeared from our listeners and viewers on YouTube. How is it possible? Let me read it. How is it possible to keep a Prakriti balance in yourself? What should I pay attention to, or what should I concentrate on? The listener asks.
Through our diet and regimen. For different Prakriti, different diet and regimen, daily regimen can be tailored.
Mm-hmm. So daily regime, yeah?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. For prevention.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Let me have a look if we have another questions from other channels. There were 2 questions here. Okay, that's it for the questions, direct questions to you. As for our next, thank you very much, Dr. Nath.
Okay.
And you are welcome to stay online with us. And Dr. Nath, if you are still with us, there's another question that appeared here from the listener to our broadcasting. And the question is, how can we find our personal Prakriti?
CDAC, AYU software, and there are some scales. Actually, each Prakriti characteristics are explained in Charaka Samhita, Susruta Samhita, Ashtanga Sangraha. These are some of our Ayurvedic authentic textbook. Taken from these characteristics, some organizations like CDAC, IGIB, CCRIS, these people developed scales of standardized scales. These scales are available for assessing. If we Google scale for Prakriti assessment, we will get. Even research articles are also available to assess Prakriti.
Thank you very much for answering of these questions. There's another one which is directed to you, if I may. Dr. Nath. And it is thank you very much for rejoining us again. There are questions coming, so I take them one by one as they appear on my screen. What influences which Prakriti we are born in?
Can you please repeat the question?
Yes. What influences which Prakriti we are born with? What is
I'm not getting.
Let me just read it one more time. Yeah, I'm not sure if it makes sense just as I read it, as it was put down. So, what influences? What are the influences?
Yes.
Which Prakriti?
Actually, Prakriti is genetic by birth itself. Prakriti at the time of union of sperm and ovum, based on the permutation and combination of dosha, the Prakriti is manifested. That is genetic. Influences of Prakriti manifestation is maternal diet, environment, climate. These are the influences of DOSHIC Prakriti. Environment, maternal diet, season. I think I answered.
Yeah, thank you very much for that. Maybe I have another question. There are questions that keep coming on my screen. So if you don't mind answering this one, is Prakriti theory a more modern part of Ayurveda, or is it a traditional part of it?
Prakriti is a basic fundamental principle of Ayurveda.
Yeah, so it's of the traditional part.
Yes, it is one of the fundamental theory of Ayurveda. We can correlate with the genetics. Many studies I have quoted in my presentation. Many research works are being done.
Yeah. Thank you very much for your kind answers and for staying with us and answering all the curious listeners who followed your presentation. Thank you very much for that.